Welcome to the My Citizen Agency channel. Today we'll be discussing one of the most important questions for anyone planning to migrate to Europe. Which country is best for relocating with family and which is best for living alone? At first glance, it might seem like you just need to choose a country with a high standard of living, good salaries and beautiful cities, but in reality it's much more complex. A country that's perfect for a single person might not be the best fit for a family with children. And conversely, a place where a family will feel at ease, safe and comfortable might seem too slow-paced, expensive or limited in career opportunities for a single person. That's why in this video we'll take a look at what to pay attention to when choosing a country, which European destinations are generally better suited for families, and which ones are better for those relocating alone. Relocating alone is all about flexibility. A single person makes decisions faster and finds it easier to change cities, jobs, housing, and lifestyles. It's simpler for them to start with a small apartment or a room, temporarily cut back on expenses, study the language intensively, explore different job opportunities, and adapt through their professional network. With a family, everything is different. Here you have to consider the interests not of just one person, but of all family members. It's not just about documents and work, but also schools for the children, kindergartens, healthcare, neighborhood safety, rent costs, transportation, language adaptation, the social atmosphere, and the quality of daily life. If a person relocates alone, they can afford to be more flexible. A family, on the other hand, often needs a more stable and predictable path. Before choosing a country, it's important to honestly answer a few questions. The first question is, what is your budget? For a single person, initial expenses are usually lower. You can rent a small place, live more frugally, and adapt to your new surroundings more quickly. For a family, expenses are higher, renting a larger apartment, insurance, food, child-related expenses, school, daycare, transportation, and processing documents for each family member. The second question is, what is your source of income? If you work remotely or have a stable income outside your country of residence, you may have more options. If you plan to look for a job locally, you need to consider the job market, language requirements, and the demand for your profession. The third question is how important social infrastructure is. For a family, this is one of the key factors. Schools, healthcare, safety, children's activities, parks, transportation, and a peaceful environment are often more important than rapid career growth. The fourth question is whether you're ready to learn the language. In some countries, it's difficult to build a long-term life without knowing the local language, especially when it comes to children, healthcare, government services, and work. When relocating as a family, people often choose countries that offer stability, safety, a clear education system, quality healthcare, and conditions conducive to long-term adaptation. Germany is one of the strongest options for families planning for the years ahead. It offers advanced healthcare, high-quality education, a strong economy, and many opportunities for professionals in IT, engineering, medicine, logistics, manufacturing, and technical fields. Germany is attractive to families because it places a strong focus on social security, children's services, and quality of life. In smaller towns, you can find a more relaxed pace of life, affordable accommodation compared to big cities, and a good atmosphere for children. But there are challenges. The German language is very important. Without it, it is difficult to handle everyday matters, communicate with government authorities, look for work, and fully integrate. You also need to be prepared for bureaucracy and the fact that finding housing in large cities can take time. Germany is a good fit for families who are ready for gradual adaptation, language learning, and long-term planning. The Netherlands is an excellent destination for families who value a modern city environment, safety, an international atmosphere, and a high standard of living. The country has a well-developed public transportation system, a large English-speaking community, and a strong job market in IT, finance, engineering, analytics, marketing, and international business. For families, the advantages include safety, high-quality infrastructure, comfortable cities, and a wide range of opportunities for children. The country is a good fit for those who want to live in an open, dynamic, and international society. The main downside is the high cost of living, especially rent prices. Therefore, it is important for families to calculate their budget in advance. Income, taxes, health insurance, accommodation, school, transportation, and daily expenses. The Netherlands is suitable for families with a solid financial foundation or secure employment, especially if one or both parents already have a profession in high demand. Portugal is often seen as a more relaxed option for relocation. It offers a pleasant climate, a laid-back pace of life, a high level of safety, and a friendly atmosphere. For families, it can be a comfortable choice, especially if the parents work remotely or have a stable income. Portugal is ideal for those seeking a more relaxed lifestyle, a smooth transition, a clean environment, the ocean, a warm climate, and a less stressful pace compared to Europe's major business hubs. But it's important to understand, local salaries in Portugal are lower than in Germany, the Netherlands, or Ireland. Therefore, the country is especially convenient for those whose income does not depend entirely on the local job market. For a family, Portugal can be a good choice if safety, climate, tranquility, and quality of life are priorities rather than rapid career advancement. Spain is another popular destination for families. It offers a mild climate, well-developed infrastructure, a strong healthcare system, many cities with a high quality of life, and a relatively easy adaptation process for foreigners. Families love Spain for its combination of city comforts, nature, the sea, culture, and a more relaxed pace of life. The country is particularly well-suited for those who work remotely, run a business, or have a stable income. At the same time, it's important to consider the unemployment rate in certain regions and the need to know Spanish for full integration. In big cities, you can get by with English at first, but for long-term living, Spanish almost always becomes a necessity. Spain is a good fit for families who want a warm climate, a peaceful social atmosphere, and a comfortable daily life. Slovenia isn't a destination that always comes to mind first, but it can be a very interesting choice for families. It is a small, peaceful, and safe country with beautiful nature, a clean environment, and a convenient location in Europe. For families, Slovenia may be appealing due to its quiet pace of life, clean environment, compact cities, and high level of safety. It's a comfortable place for those who don't want to live in an overcrowded metropolis, but still want to remain within Europe with access to other countries. Slovenia is particularly well suited for families who enjoy nature, a relaxed lifestyle, safety, and a high-quality living environment. However, it's important to note that the job market here is smaller than in Germany or the Netherlands. Therefore, it's important to understand in advance how you'll generate income through local employment, remote work, a business, or another stable source. Now let's talk about countries that are often a better fit for people relocating alone. In this case, the main considerations are career opportunities, how quickly one can adapt, the professional environment, education, and the ability to change one's plans more easily. Ireland is an attractive option for those who relocate alone and want to advance their careers in an international professional community. This is especially true for careers in IT, finance, pharmaceuticals, analytics, marketing, sales, and roles at international companies. A major advantage of Ireland is the English language. For many, this lowers the barrier to adaptation. You don't have to start from scratch with a new language as you would in Germany, France, or Slovenia. This is especially convenient for a single person who wants to enter the job market quickly and start building a career. But Ireland is expensive, especially Dublin. Rent can be a significant expense. Therefore, Ireland is a better fit for a single person relocating if they have a profession in high demand, good English skills, and a clear understanding of their career goals. Ireland can also be an attractive option for families, but due to the high cost of living and housing, getting started can be more difficult. The Czech Republic can be a good option for a single person who wants to live in the heart of Europe, get European experience, study, work, or start a small business. Prague is an international city with plenty of opportunities, especially in IT, services, tourism, education, and the business sector. For a single person, the Czech Republic is convenient because you can gradually adapt, look for a job, learn the language, and build a life without a too sharp cultural transition. The cost of living in the Czech Republic is often lower than in the Netherlands, Ireland, or Germany, although Prague has become noticeably more expensive in recent years. The Czech Republic may also be a good choice for families, but it's important to consider the language, schools, healthcare, and long-term employment prospects. If a family plans to settle in for the long term, the Czech language will be important. Estonia is an interesting destination for those who are working in IT, the digital sector, startups, online business or remote work. The country is known for its digital government services, high-tech environment and relatively straightforward administrative system. For individuals, Estonia can be a convenient starting point in Europe. It's a compact country with a relaxed pace of life, a strong digital ecosystem, and plenty of opportunities for tech professionals. But for families, it's important to carefully consider the climate, language, size of the job market, and social atmosphere. Some may find Estonia very comfortable and safe, while others may find it too quiet or limited in opportunities. France can be an interesting place for both a single person and a family, but much depends on your goals. For a single person, France is attractive for its education, culture, career opportunities, creative industries, fashion, gastronomy, science, engineering, and large market. But France requires language skills. Without French, it's difficult to build a long-term life there, especially outside of international companies. It's also worth considering the bureaucracy and the specifics of the local job market. For a family, France can be a good option thanks to its healthcare, education, and social system. But adapting may take time. Therefore, if a single person is relocating, it may be easier for them to go through this process on their own first. Documents, language, work, and accommodation, and only then bring the family over. If you're relocating with your family, don't just focus on salaries and the country's beauty. It's important to assess how comfortable daily life will be there. Families should pay attention to neighborhood safety, access to schools and kindergartens, healthcare and insurance, rental costs, transportation, language adaptation for children, job availability for adults, the possibility of long-term residency. Germany, the Netherlands, Portugal, Spain, and Slovenia are often good options for families, but the choice depends on your budget, profession, the age of your children, language skills, and the lifestyle you want to build. If your goals are stability, education, and a strong economy, you should consider Germany or the Netherlands. If climate, tranquility, and a smooth transition are important to you, Portugal or Spain are good options. If you're looking for a safe, green, and more measured European lifestyle, Slovenia could be a very interesting option. If you're relocating alone, you have more freedom. You can choose a country not only based on its standard of living, but also on its opportunities for personal growth. A single person can adapt more quickly, move to a different city, try a new career, enroll in a program, or start with temporary employment. Therefore, countries with dynamic career opportunities, an international environment, and the ability to integrate into the job market more quickly are often better suited for solo relocations. For a single person, consider Ireland, the Czech Republic, Estonia, France, the Netherlands, and Germany. If you need English language skills and an international career, Ireland and the Netherlands. If you're interested in a tech-driven and compact lifestyle, consider Estonia. If you want European culture, education, and a large market, consider France. If you need a strong economy and long-term prospects, consider Germany. The biggest mistake is choosing a country based solely on online reviews, or the idea that it's beautiful there and everyone is relocating there. Everyone's situation is different. For some, a career is the priority. For others, it's their child's school. For others, still, it's the climate. And for others, it's taxes, business opportunities, healthcare, or the ability to quickly obtain long-term residency. The country should be a good fit, not in an abstract sense, but specifically for your situation. Family composition, income, profession, language, children's ages, reasons for relocating, and desired lifestyle. It's also important not to mix up your tourist impressions with real life. Spending 2 weeks in Lisbon, Barcelona, Amsterdam, or Ljubljana is one thing. Living there, paying rent, handling documents, finding a doctor, enrolling your child in school, and solving everyday issues is something else entirely. In a nutshell, families are better off choosing countries that offer greater stability, safety, and social infrastructure. These include Germany, the Netherlands, Portugal, Spain, and Slovenia. For a single person, destinations where it's easier to be flexible, build a career, study, seek new opportunities, and change plans quickly are often a better fit. These include Ireland, the Czech Republic, Estonia, France, Germany, and the Netherlands. But the final choice should always be based not on a country's popularity, but on your personal relocation strategy. Relocating to Europe is more than just choosing a country on a map. It's about your future lifestyle. For families, this decision requires careful consideration, as it affects the adult's comfort and the children's adaptation. For single persons, flexibility, professional growth, and the ability to quickly seize new opportunities are more important. If you're just planning to immigrate to the EU and want to understand whether you have a realistic basis for applying for citizenship, submit a request for a free consultation via the link in the description. We will review your situation, create a personalized immigration plan for you, and prepare a complete set of documents to successfully obtain citizenship in one of the EU countries. We work on a one-on-one basis, taking into account your goals, your lifestyle, and your specific circumstances. Thank you for watching this video. If you're interested in this topic, subscribe to our channel and feel free to ask questions in the comments. We'll regularly publish program reviews, answer frequently asked questions, and share important news about immigration law and life in the EU. Your journey to Europe begins with the first step. My Citizen Agency is here for you every step of the way.